It's time for Let's Talk Antiques here on Thunder Radio, and I guess we're ready to go.
We're almost, you know.
Almost. We lost a guy. Where'd he go?
He's getting there.
I was just opening the door so the cool air could come through.
Oh, did you turn the fan on?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
there
I
you go.
thought I felt a breeze.
Blowing up the back of your shirt?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, good morning, everybody, and let's talk antiques. And we got the crew here, and I guess we need to find out what we're going to talk about today.
Well, a little bit of everything, David will.
Well, Ronnie, we got several different things, but the bottom line is collectible. What's 10 collectibles that are almost always going to become more valuable, and then how to spot future collectibles. That's another part of it, and how to store.
Oh,
Which is really very important.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was researching that, David, you're doing just about most of the stuff there that they were talking about. You know, you're packaging your stuff up, you're keeping it out of the sunlight, keeping it in a dedicated place.
Yeah.
You know, you
Are
got
you
that
saying
in
David's
peg.
thing isn't perfect?
No.
No,
I was surprised, you know, how close he was. You know, he's got it nailed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can
Cool.
you hear now?
I can hear now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sounds like a commercial I heard.
That is a commercial you heard.
Well, anyway, like I've got a 60 World Series ball, a Yankee,
Yeah.
and so I keep a sock over it. I don't even want even in the dark building, I don't want no light on it.
Ah, yeah. they'll
Signed
fade-
by Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris and all the good ones.
Yeah, a lot of sunlight will fade a lot of things out. Doesn't
I've
it?
seen a lot of them that have got really good balls and stuff that have just been run because they've been out in the light.
Yeah.
They
What?
faded so bad you can't read them.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else. Not only the balls and stuff. Have you ever seen something red that when you first seen it, it was red, and then when you went back, it was pink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen paperwork, you know, laying out in the heat, you know, it turned yellow.
Yeah, and a lot of things that are on paper, the paper itself was not a good quality paper. It had acid and stuff in it. You know, it'll deteriorate if you don't take really good care of it.
Well,
it'll turn yellow or get brittle and stuff like that.
Well,
you know.
Absolutely.
A couple of things that comes to mind is newspapers and comic books.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
They were not
Especially-
printed on
Cheapest-
high dollar paper.
No, the cheapest grade of paper they could get. Really.
Because they didn't expect somebody to keep it for 100 years or 50
No.
years.
No.
And but surprisingly, other than turning yellow, a lot of those newspapers are still around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a call here. Do you suppose we ought to? See
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
It's probably a swap and shop,
Yeah.
It might be.
a carryover.
Let's see what we got here. You're on Let's Talk Antiques. Can I help you?
Hello, is this Thunder Radio?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Could you possibly advertise a yard sale for me that is happening tomorrow?
Well,
She
call-
just did.
Yeah, just go ahead and,
well,
go ahead
you-
and tell them where it's at while we got you on the line.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
let her tell you.
where is it going to be?
It's going to be on White Oak Drive, which is like right behind Taco Bell.
Okay.
So the address is 50 White Oak Drive,
Okay.
and it's like a multi-family yard sale. So
All
it should
right.
be a pretty big one.
Yeah.
So will that air today?
Well, you just aired.
It just aired.
We're live right now
You're-
with
you're-
Let's Talk Antique Show. So you just came on our show and done it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I tell you what you need to do. Call tomorrow between 8 and 9 o'clock on Swap and Shop and tell us all about it again. How's that?
Okay, so call in the morning at 8.
Between 8 and 9. That's when-
Okay,
that-
but people are hearing me right now, right?
Oh
Yes,
yes,
they're
ma'am.
hearing you.
Thousands of them. Not only that, you're going to be
Millions.
you're going to be
You're gonna be on TV.
You're going to be on TV
Hey,
too.
do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
On
Okay.
cable
yes.
here in Manchester and cable in Tullahoma and no telling
Well,
where
we go
all.
to about 100,000 people. So I say
Okay, well, hey.
I say your yard sale just got advertised well
Yes.
Yay.
between the good
Okay, well,
radio
I'm
station
excited.
and the TV station.
And it's on 50 White Oak Drive. Yes, it'll
Right.
be a really big yard sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So our first header was 10 collectibles that are almost always going to become more valuable.
Okay.
And then why don't you read these out, Philip? And what we'll do is go to eBay and we'll just see what they're bringing right now. These 10.
Okay.
And we'll make our predictions. I'm moving up.
All right. I'm still loading here just for a second.
All right.
Yeah, me,
Okay,
me
here
too.
we go. Okay. Surprisingly to me, number 1 on the list is sneakers. So none of my old
Well,
sneakers.
you're going to see that it's not too big a surprise when we tell you how much some of them bring.
Okay. Do you want to do that now, or do you want
No,
to go
let's
through
just
the
read
list?
the
Okay.
10 and
Okay.
then.
Number 2, comic books. You know, that's sit them back, and there's certain things to look for. There are a number 1 of anything will always be worth a lot, and the first time a character is featured or introduced, that will also get you more money. And also if there's printing errors, just like in coins. So
Right.
number 3 is board games,
Which we talked about the
which
other
we
day.
just talked about. Yeah, not so vintage books. If you're a big reader, you can get things from even the 1980s that are going up in value. Video games. There's we've talked about that before. There's lots of video games that are becoming more and more collectible.
Oh, yes.
Even horrible games.
Games we never heard of.
Yeah. Hot Wheels vehicles are still going up in value. Maps, which is surprising, but then again, you think about maps are not being printed as much as they used to. Also,
That's the deal with the maps. You
Yeah,
know,
nobody's
everybody's
using them.
right.
They're all on cell phone nowadays.
Howard,
right.
you remember when we was young, you could go to any service station and snatch up a map.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'd have a rack full.
They'd
for
have
home.
Gulf or Texaco
Yeah.
or Sinclair or something.
When I went out west a couple of years ago, I bought me a road atlas because sometimes your GPS just isn't quite
Oh,
as
no.
good as having.
Well, these
You're out in the middle of
I don't
nowhere.
believe that.
now these weren't road atlases, were they, Howard?
Well,
no,
true,
no,
yeah,
you
that's
get to
true.
individual states.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Vinyl records. Vinyl has made quite a comeback.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Number 9, postage stamps. And stamps, yeah, those have always been a good collectible thing. Number 10, Disney and McDonald's items. So we're those snow globes from McDonald's and things like that. The
No.
Happy Meal toys, just the old ones, not really like the ones that
Yeah.
seems like the new ones. as much,
Preferably
but-
still in the package.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And now, from what I was researching last night, the McDonald's things are a double-sided coin because some say they're not going to be collectible, some say they are. So I think that's open to interpretation.
Yeah, it depends on what little boy or girl wants their toy they played with when they was at the.
Exactly.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
And you know what? Believe it or not, little boys and little girls grow up to be men and women,
Yeah.
Right.
and they still got that heart though of being a little boy or girl.
Well, you remember things from your childhood.
And you want
know.
your favorite toys
And you
back.
want-
Your
yeah,
Happy
you
Meal
really
toy.
do.
I want my Happy Meal toy.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite toy as a little kid we made. Remember the slingshots, Howard, out of old inner tubes and tree limbs
or the the guns used to
Oh,
make
yeah.
with the rubber band. Remember?
corn stalks
It-
and paper. Not clothespins. Did you
Clothes-
use
yeah.
yours with clothespins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could use clothespins on them and shoot rubber bands at one another. Sometimes you make big ones and really sting.
Yeah, we made rifles.
You couldn't
might-
get much pressure out of a corn stalk though, could you? Or tension.
what
on
you
that.
do, that was your rifle barrel.
That was
Okay,
the barrel.
okay.
I
Yeah.
made little
Yeah.
cannons out of cans and tennis balls.
Yeah.
You know, put a little alcohol in the bottom and
Yeah.
stick a hole in there and you light it and it shoots that ball out. God, that was so much fun. You
Yeah.
didn't do that, Philip?
No, I actually did not do
Oh,
that. That's a
man.
new one for me.
I'll make you one day.
Okay,
You can take
all
it
right.
and shoot it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that was
Okay.
my first phone call. I forgot to turn my phone down.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I ought to do that to mine.
So
You've already been on the air for an hour, haven't you? Or 2
yeah.
hours.
Luckily, no, I don't get very many
I don't know
calls.
what time it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make him feel better. Tomorrow I'll call him about 10 times and see if he...
Yeah. See if he ever turns it off.
All heart.
Okay, so, Ronnie, Philip,
yes.
you've both looked up sneakers, so
yeah.
take off somebody.
Number-
All right.
Let y'all can rotate.
So you're telling me that smelly sneakers.
Okay, look here. I got a set of
Here's how smelly.
this is stuff that has sold, you know.
Okay.
I got a vintage 1970s The Winter by Converse sneakers, tennis shoes, blue denim, brought $4,900. Now this is stuff that's sold now.
From J.C. Penney?
Well, these are Converse. Don't you? Well, I don't know, but I remember my Converse All Stars when they first come out. I just had to have a pair. You know, everybody wanted the Converse All Stars.
I've got a Nike LeBron James Soldier black basketball shoes, size 10, pre-owned. Not pre-owned by LeBron James.
Just pre-owned.
Yeah,
Just his
Would
brand,
that
whatever.
be the same as pre-worn? Or?
Yeah, I would say so.
Some
Yes,
of 'em
I
are.
would say these are used. Winning 43 bids for these shoes. Winning bid $6,100.
No, somebody wanted those shoes.
Now, I know Ronnie can't top that, but what you got, Ronnie, next?
I have a vintage. Now here's a pair of Sears, the winter 1970s USA sneakers. These had 46 bids and brought $4,550.
Good grief.
Yeah, well,
But
that-
you want to hear something, though? They're going to charge you $50 to ship them.
You mean I didn't
yeah,
get free
50
shipping?
bucks. No,
$50?
My
to ship?
goodness.
You know they got to handle with
I
care.
feel, can you top that?
I can. I've got a men's Christian Louboutin, all gold glitter high top sneakers. These are size 44.5, so that's European size.
Yeah.
Men's 11 and a half in American. New in box, brand new, never used, unworn.
Wow.
Sold for $5,000.
Oh,
How many of them do you want, Howard?
well, I guess I need two, one for each foot.
All right, Ronnie, I know you can't top that, but what you got?
Hey, I found my Converses here.
The ones that you bought?
Not the like the one, but the same kind, you know.
Not yours, though.
Yeah, no, not mine. I got a Jack Purcell black sneakers. These are Converse, size 8.5, pre-owned, $2,516.
Now, by the way, was yours 8.5?
That's what size I wear, 8.5 to 9.
Well, you could say they're yours.
Nah, I wouldn't want to lie.
For $2,500, you could.
I probably wore mine out and
You
threw
know
them
what?
in the garbage.
For
Yeah.
$2,500, you could,
Nah, I
you
don't
could
think-
buy them.
Yeah, I could buy them, but I don't think I'd lie for $2,500.
Yeah, but how,
you bought 'em.
yeah, but aren't some of these people paying that much for new Air Jordans and all these
I don't
stuff
know.
going on?
I don't
Aren't
know
they
about
going
that.
real high?
I don't
Well,
think
what are
so.
they going to be worth 10 years from now? You know, if you pay $2,000-3,000 for a pair of shoes today because it's got somebody's name on it,
I can't imagine.
made in China,
Yeah.
right beside the cheap shoe.
Now,
True. Yeah.
those Sears shoes didn't have nobody's name on them.
No, and that was not probably a very expensive brand.
$4,550.
But you said didn't you say they were Olympics or something?
USA sneakers.
Okay,
USA.
USA.
Like somebody probably bought them right out of the catalog.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't have Amazon in the 70s.
That's right.
All right.
I've got some Nikes What the Dunk brand.
What the dunk?
US size 9 sneakers. Very colorful. Men's used with the box. Now, when we say these are very colorful, it's like
How colorful are they?
they have neon for the inside of the left one is neon green, and the inside of the right one is bright red.
Well, that
Wow.
way you know which shoe to put on which
Yeah,
foot.
Yeah.
like it's completely different patterns all over every place. Every different piece of the shoe is a different color or pattern.
Oh, God.
So they were made out of remnants and scraps from
Probably
other
so.
shoes.
Probably
Probably.
so.
Yeah, but guess what?
And now they're
Yeah.
worth thousands.
$5,000.
Oh,
There you go.
good grief.
So
So,
I'm going to feel really cheap when I go to a shoe show or a Walmart and buy a $15 pair of
yeah,
sneakers.
you need to be looking in your closet and your attic and see if you got any holding.
I know all mine wore out.
Yeah, that's what we did. We wore
Yeah.
them plumb out.
Yeah,
here's some.
I'd wear them till they had holes in them, and then wear them to work in with the hose.
that's right.
Yeah.
Here is some used. It doesn't even have a picture. It says mystery box. These are
Oh, God.
Hype Beast streetwear sneakers, winter spring edition, used. One bid $5,000. No picture.
Was that
You
you?
don't even know what you're buying.
$1,000.
Did you bid that?
I would
I
say
didn't
the
bid it.
person that bid 5,000 must know what that is.
They must
don't
be
know.
psychic so they
I-
can peer into the mystery box,
Yeah.
you know.
I bet you after the show, Howard gets on here and buys him a pair.
Well, I do too.
Oh,
Right.
it says possible brands: Jordan, Yeezy, Nike, Off-White, Adidas, a couple of Italian names, Gucci, LV, Kith, etc.
So they didn't
So
even tell
it
you what was
doesn't-
in the box.
No, they don't even
Good
tell you
Lord.
what it is.
$5,000 on a guess.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man, I tell you.
Well, it's about time, you know. What
I need
it
to
means.
try that.
Hey, light bill time.
Light bill time, and then when we come back, I guess we can talk about more shoes or the next
Well,
item on
I
our
think we
list.
better
Next
get
item
on
up
to
for bids.
because we're never gonna make it to 10.
I know the way we're
Okay.
going.
All right, we'll move it along.
Okay, be right back.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back, and we just talked about high-priced sneakers.
There you go.
Now we're going to talk about high-priced comic books.
Well, we're going to talk about a few of them. I don't know the math here. We're going to have to do about 4 or 5 of these, and then go to the next one, and then we can swing back to them high-priced sneakers if we got any time left.
Well, you know, I can remember going down with comic books. They were like 10 cents each when I was a kid.
Would you ever want to own a comic book store though?
Ah, yeah, that would be fun.
Well,
you got one
not-
for sale?
You could have, not now.
Oh, somebody bought it.
I've got a comic book rack full in my house.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is legendary St. Mark's, New York City comic book and toy store, intact inventory, worth over $520,000. It says.
Wow.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. 94 bids on this comic book store, and it sold for $51,900.
And it was worth how much?
Half a
they,
million.
They estimated $500,000.
And it sold for
Almost 52.
52,000. Either somebody overpriced the value or somebody got a bargain.
Yeah,
But, you know, it
Probably
was a once
both.
in a lifetime opportunity
Well,
now.
that's true. Yeah.
true.
Gee, I wish I'd have known about that. I would have bid.
Hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do, and everybody that's listening and watching can be the witness. If you give me your eBay,
Oh, I bet you would.
I will buy you a comic book store.
Yeah. He'll do it too.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can pay for a
I bought John Hirschman something the other day. You remember? Don't you
You
remember
buy
when we
him
was talking
stuff.
about the gold coins? I
Oh,
bought
yeah,
him one
Yeah.
with his money.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah.
get him stuff all the time. don't you?
Yeah. you like spending other people's money.
I enjoy it.
It's because he cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I know you don't have no $50,000. What do you got there all piled up with a bunch of comics?
I have a CGC graded 100 comic lot, vintage, first X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, 26 bids, $3,660.
Wow.
Well, you ready for another $50,000?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like hearing about them.
Here's Iron Man #1, graded 9.8.
Ooh, that's mint.
So this is the Iron Man story retold in issue 1 of Iron Man. They wanted $59,000, but they only got between $50,000 and $51,000.
Bless
Only.
their hearts.
Is that
go.
all?
Free shipping?
That it doesn't say
It better
on the
be for
front. Yeah,
$50,000.
Hey, you know,
I think you should drive and pick it up for that much.
Yeah.
to be
think
honest.
about all the big blockbusters lately in the last 5 years.
Yes.
What have they all been? Comic book
Marvel.
heroes.
Yeah,
sure.
comic book.
DC and Marvel.
Yes.
But yet, you don't see comic books for sale much, like in stores and stuff.
Well,
like you
when I
used
was
to.
growing up, and
Yeah.
you was growing up, Howard, like if you go to the drugstore, they had a rack.
Yeah, they had a rack.
And the dime stores had a rack.
Well, that and you had these like we called them newsstands. There was like a
Right.
little hole in the wall store with candy
No.
and newspapers and
Comic
magazines and a big rack, a big bunch of comic books. I'd get my own weekly allowance and I'd hightail it down there with my dollar or whatever I had, you know,
Yeah.
and buy a couple, 3 or 4, because they were like 10, maybe 15 cents each.
When
No,
I
this a dime when you was.
Yeah, you know,
When I was younger, there was a bookstore beside Powers Market
yeah.
where I used to go, and he had comic books.
Yeah,
you know.
but you don't see that anymore. Of course, I guess social media has killed
Well,
off
I'm wondering,
those
does
stores.
places like Walmart, do they have comic books?
They must. I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Be honest
That's
with
what-
you, I don't know that I've
Well,
ever looked for it.
That's a good
Hastings was
point,
the last
Howard.
place.
Where are the kids buying the comic books?
No, Hastings.
Probably
used
online
to
from
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
I'd say you're right.
Amazon.
And I know that Marvel will say you can buy a block subscription, and you can read everything that Marvel has in full color on your computers nowadays. So you can.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the price is. It's been
What-
too long since I looked, but it's
They-
like $20 a month, and you can read every Marvel comic.
I guess
but
they-
you can't collect any of them.
It'd be
is the
like
point, yeah.
like a Kindle, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah, exactly.
You bring, they have books on Kindles, and I
Yeah,
imagine
sure.
they have comic books for the younger people. But
Yeah. But they want them in, it's got to be in color. It's got to be,
Well, yeah.
comic book. At least most of them are color.
I think Kindle's in color. But,
Oh, some of them. Yeah,
yeah,
not
so-
all.
but you know what I mean. Where do you buy comic books? Of course,
um,
I haven't really been out in the market for
There-
comic books.
Okay, now if you want to go to Murfreesboro, there's one called The Outer Limits
Uh huh.
on Northwest Broad, and there's Z's Comic Lair on Franklin Road, and there's another one on Northwest Broad called Grand Adventures Comics and Gardens. Now I've been to that Outer Limits. I've got stuff.
Now,
with them.
not only can you buy the comic books, you can buy the sleeves, the boards, everything to store your
Everything
stuff.
you
Yeah.
collect them with, and they also have a lot of Star Wars stuff in there. That
Yeah.
Outer Limits. I bought stuff from them before.
I think Philip's got us something.
I've got one here, and we probably need to move on, by the way. We're only on number 2.
Okay.
Okay, here's the Holy Grail for Guy Gardner collectors. It is the iconic art where Guy Gardner gets hit in the head by Lobo and is knocked back into his old rotten self. Okay, so this is the original piece of art used to produce page 22 of the Justice League International issue number 18.
Okay.
As well as a piece of comic book history. It was drawn by Kevin Maguire and inked by Al Gordon. Mr. Maguire was kind enough to sign this for me also. Please feel free to ask any questions. $50,000.
Oh, did he get it,
Wow.
or is that just?
Oh no, that's sold price. Yeah,
that's the sold price.
$5
Yeah.
shipping. Sorry,
Oh,
I mean,
not even free shipping.
not even free shipping on that.
Oh my, I can't believe it.
That's pretty amazing.
What's that Action comic for $37,000?
The third Superman ever. 30 graded a 6. Action Comics number 3. 63 bids, $37,600.
Number
Wow.
one is the first appearance of Superman.
Yeah.
We talked about board game. What, last week before last?
Yeah. We can skip board games because we already talked about
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
You know, I could be a millionaire if my grandmother hadn't thrown all that box of comic books away.
You never know.
They moved, and and just an old box full of old comic books that I had from when I was a kid, and they got thrown away. I wonder how many other people have stories like that.
There's tons of them.
I do.
Tons of them.
Same
You know,
exact story.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that stuff like that would be worth that much today?
Yeah. Okay, now getting back to the next one on our list after the board games is not so vintage books. Not so
Vintage books.
vintage books.
Yeah.
I don't have
That
anything on
means-
that. I couldn't find anything.
which
good.
means
Really?
newer books, But now I've got some books here that are vintage. Mine are so vintage books. We have a Laurel Ingalls Wilder, the Little House on the Prairie.
Right.
First vintage. That's the first run. Brought somewhere north of $3,500.
My goodness.
They were asking $95 and took the best offer, but the one below is $35. So who knows? That could have been.
What is that top one up there where it says 8 signed?
That's the Laurel Ingalls Wilder, the Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Turn it around so you can see it
Yeah.
there. Little House on the Prairie. And so the one below was $35, and they took a best offer, so somewhere north of $35.
Yeah.
Somewhere between $35 and $95. Of course, that's a big difference there.
I've got a vintage set of 14 Wizard of Oz books by Frank Baum.
Oh, you know those were
Most are 90 plus years old. They were wanting $3,000, and they got somewhere between that and mid two.
You know, I may have something there.
Go
Go
you.
Well, no,
some Wizard of Oz
I
books?
just thought about it. I when I was in high school, which is a
Yes.
long time ago,
You stole
I
a library
belonged
book?
to the science fiction book club.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've got a whole bunch of books by Ray Bradbury.
That
and
is
Isaac
great.
Asimov.
Asimov.
And
Yeah.
they used to cost, I don't know, there was only a couple dollars a month that, the book would automatically come in the mail and then you'd pay for it. I belonged to the book club and I wonder what they're worth. I'm going to have to go look.
And knowing you, they're in good shape.
Yeah, they are, believe it or not.
And they probably first editions, too.
Well, I don't think they're first editions,
think so?
but not the book club wouldn't have first editions.
I don't know.
But these would be from way back. They, in probably the 50s, 1950s. Because I was in high school when I belonged to that. I was a great science fiction fan.
And that's when everybody was dreaming of going to the moon and
Oh,
Mars.
yeah, and lo
thought
and
there was
behold, we
people
did it.
we thought there were people living on Mars and
Yeah,
they were going to come and get us.
people living on the backside of the moon,
Yeah.
Would that be the dark side?
the dark
Dark
side.
side. Okay, I've got a vintage Easton Press, 100 Greatest Books, written in the 70s. These are just a bunch of odd books. There's probably a list if I open them up. But they brought 3,500 on a buy it now.
But it was a subscription series.
Yes, let me see if they got a list of titles.
It's kind of like
Similar to, yeah.
the book club.
Let me see. Okay, here we go. I got Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Sherlock Holmes. Boy, I like Sherlock Holmes. Aesop's Fables, Alice in Wonderland, Confucius by Confucius. Autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, Brave New World, stuff like that. There's lots of them.
100 of them.
We got a phone
Yeah.
call here. You want to see who
Yeah,
we
let's
got
do
on
it.
the phone?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're on Let's Talk Antiques. Hello? Hello?
You sure you got them hooked up, Howard?
I got them hooked up.
Hey.
They hung up.
Ah,
Probably thought it was Swap and Shop.
All right. So, do you want to go to another thing now, or
Well, let's take our break, and
Okay.
then when we come back, we'll
Go to another item?
Go to another item here. I don't think we're going to make 10, folks.
Oh, easy.
We're
we can
too-
do
you wouldn't bet, would you?
No, because if I do, you'll do
we'll
it.
do it.
We'll
Tell
be
us we
r-
can't do something, we're going to do it.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques, and what are we going to talk about? Video games and
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels coming up here.
Next
So-
thing you know is video games.
Video
you ready,
games.
Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Give us about 3 or 4 hot video games, because we're going to prove to Howard we can get through all 10 of
I
them.
got one called Jailbroken PS3 Cobra 7.31 Dex. 54 bids on this one, brought $14,900. How many you want?
It must not have been a very popular game to begin with.
Now here's one brand new.
I mean, there must not be very many of them left, right?
I say you're right.
Here's one called Fortnite Marshmallow Skin. You ever heard, you played
this
that
is
one,
a-
hadn't you?
This
No.
is a popular current game.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says this is brand new. 82 bids on it. $14,515.
But guess what?
But
free local pickup. They don't even want to
Not
free ship
shipping.
that.
Not shipping.
You got to go get.
They're not going to charge you nothing if you'll come pick it up.
Yeah, but they're in California.
Well, for $14,000, if you don't spend that, you can buy a plane ticket.
Well, that's true.
You know.
Money's no object.
Now,
Just a couple more, Ronnie.
okay, I got a 2010 Hawaii Pokemon World Championships Rare Custom. This would have been one that they played during the championships, you know.
Oh, okay.
We decided a while back that those were worth a lot of money, too. $12,500.
Whew.
Yeah.
My goodness.
What about that?
Now we got a call. You want to try to see who we got here?
Yeah.
Give it another shot.
Okay. You're on Let's Talk Antiques.
Hey, good morning, Harry.
Morning.
Hey, I got something I want to run across y'all. I've had for years. I found in the old attic back in the years ago over in Esther. It's Lincoln, the president,
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln. It's about 5 newspapers, 10, maybe 5 or 8 together. I had 2 stacks of them, but one of them, the rats got into one of them. But it says the New York Herald, editor, Herald.
Herald.
Harrington, okay.
Harold.
Then it's got New York's Saturday, April 15th, 1865.
Oh, wow.
That's a good paper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you got something there that might be worth a little bit of money.
Well, I took it to Nashville back quite a few years ago. Me and my son, we had some more stuff. We would have buried, and a lady told me, said the last time they ran these that she can remember was back in the late 50s, maybe early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, that really hurts the value of it then.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
reprints.
well, that's what she said. She said she wasn't sure, you know.
Yeah.
But they are wrapped up. They got a hardback on the back, and they are wrapped up in a plastic.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Did you say they were in an attic?
They was in an attic in an old house over in Esther.
Mm-hmm.
We was putting me and my son was putting central heat and air in and everything.
yeah.
And they were down in the what little bit of insulation they had. They had 2 stacks there.
Is the paper
Yeah.
yellow?
It's kind of got a yellow tint to it, honey.
Mm.
Hey,
It's not.
Phillips
not-
found a few right here.
I've got one that doesn't look in amazing condition, and it brought $115. And then I've got one looks like it's in better condition that only brought $60.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'd be glad to let somebody look at these. I've got, like I said, I've got a whole stack of them.
Yeah.
Well, I say it's probably, I don't know, it's about a half inch thick and everything.
Yeah.
You know, they folded together. It's real neat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all was talking antique, I listened to you every Tuesday or Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I said, I'm going to run this across.
Well, we'll be here next Wednesday, so if you want to
Okay.
run them over here before the show or after the show, we'll take a look at them. Just
Okay.
let us know you're coming.
Okay, and I've got a couple more things here.
Okay.
But a couple, I'll tell you what I do. Next
You
Wednesday,
bring them by and we'll
Yeah.
take a look at
I'll
them.
bring it by. I got a couple of other things here.
Okay.
I want y'all to look at too. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that'd be
right.
great.
And you know, Harry, this is Walt 273-2991.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Yeah,
I recognize your
Okay,
voice.
yeah, I know you buddy there too,
Yeah.
David. I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay, Bubba.
Thanks.
I'll let you see you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks for the
You're
call.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Ronnie, did you finish yours?
Yeah, we're ready for the Hot Wheels.
Okay. I've got a Hot Wheels error. This is Kurt Busch stock car cruiser. No tampo. I don't know what tampo means.
No tempo.
Anyway, one bid, $15,000.
Now this is for a little Hot Wheels car. Now
Yeah.
you're talking about.
And here's an entire Hot Wheels collection. It is a storage tub like what you buy at Walmart, the pretty decent sized one.
Uh-huh.
$3,500 for a tub full. These are played with, obviously.
Yeah. My goodness.
Here's a 1968 to 1970 Hot Wheels collection of Redline cars. They wanted 3,500 and took a best offer somewhere between that and 2,200. Speaking of which, there's the Hot Wheels 1995 Treasure Hunt Complete Set with certificate of authenticity and original boxes with the Camaro. $2,200 was the buy it now on that. Those are 12 cars.
All right, so now we're going to go. Number 7 is vintage maps, Howard. We're getting close to that.
Yeah.
10.
Well, you're really trying to prove a point, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you ready for some vintage maps?
Yeah, Matt.
Okay.
I have a huge Michigan map collection, 500 plus large antique maps from 1860 to 1920, brought $5,500.
Can I throw one in that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found there's more than that?
Throw the granddaddy in.
I got a 1815 map of the District of Maine by Moses Greenleaf.
Yes.
26 inches by 40 inches, 17 bids. It brought $6,700.
Wow.
And there isn't a single interstate on that. How can I find my way around?
Probably some
Probably
wagon
lots,
roads.
lots of trails.
I bet you there's a stagecoach road.
Probably.
Okay. This says exceedingly rare now. Antique New Hampshire Kerrigan folding map. Provenance is 1818. Brought $4,500. One bid.
$26 shipping, Howard.
Yeah, they didn't even give you free shipping on
Didn't even
that.
get
What
free
about
shipping.
that?
That's just terrible.
I would complain about that. I probably wouldn't have bought it because of that.
I got 1543 Salinas Mela geography maps covering Asia, Africa, Europe, Greece, Russia, America, with first printed map showing northwest coast of America. Oh, it's claiming that it's the first printed map, of America. 50 bids, $4,738. So they might be right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just like to know how they come up with all those different state shapes.
yeah. They flew over.
Give us
probably
one more,
just
and
the
then we're going
edges.
to go to vinyl records because we got to get to 10.
You're trying, aren't
I have
you?
a vintage 1955 Sanborn insurance maps, Charleston, South Carolina, volume 1 and 2 set, $1,499.99. Is that $1,500?
Howard,
Yes.
number 8.
Number 8.
Vinyl records.
Vinyl record.
Vinyl records.
There we go, vinyl
The highest one I've got on my list here is Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love, leather sealed with certificate of authenticity, $33,819 shipping from
Wow.
Spain.
Good grief.
From Spain.
Now, obviously that's a 33 and a third
Yes, yeah.
RPM. What about a 78 RPM?
Those don't bring that much. They're not stars. You know?
Huh.
No.
I mean, they'll
now
bring,
the old blues will bring
they'll bring
some.
some money,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not
You
not
got
like
some real
Get some-
rare
some
blue stuff.
Good old
in
Robert
there.
Johnson or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, or the old bluegrass music. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
the original.
Could be. I've got an Elvis Presley 1956 EP, just called Elvis Presley. It buy it now was $13,527.60 from Austria. From there.
Austria.
You got a $10,000 one there too, ain't you?
Oh, I got a $12,263 Beatles "Love Me Do" single. It's the promo demo
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Oh,
from
yeah.
the radio station.
Yeah, now those could be worth more.
And
I
they
could see
spelled McCartney MCARTNEY with the wrong letters.
Yeah, we need to
raised
get
and
to
stuff.
digging in here for some old promos.
63 bids on
You
that.
check the attic.
There's not any here. I've got them all.
You already been there, huh?
Yeah, I got them before Howard ever got here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Here's a Beatles LP introducing the Beatles, authentic, near mint condition. Buy it now was $10,700, and then they have another one that's $10,475.
Same album, just
Yeah.
same
Wow.
album.
Yeah.
Lord.
I tell you one thing we do have that might be worth a little bit. We got the great big tapes. Where when was
The reel-to-reels?
when it was the old WMSR FM.
What's on those?
Good, easy listening.
Oh, okay.
And they would they had to have somebody here. They'd put it on, and it would play for 2 or 3 hours. But somebody had to be here to manually set the next
What
one up.
size reels are they?
There must be about yay big.
Come out to the house and I'll show you.
Oh,
one.
About that big.
I've got the player hired.
Yeah.
You got the player.
He
yeah.
does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I saw all that. We're figuring you're probably going to start broadcasting from out there.
Well, if I did, I'd have to use you.
No.
Keep it legal.
Yeah.
I got a Leonid Kogan Beethoven Violin Concerto. 71 bids for this record. $9,400 from South Korea.
Are we about ready for a break?
Just about. We got maybe a minute. We can take it early if you want to
Well,
go.
that's all right. He's got another
Got
hot dog.
another one there, and
Yeah,
then we'll get ready to go.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sure.
I
And then we're going to get 9 and 10 hired.
no, we got
Yes.
we got about 10 minutes worth of commercials to play.
We got a George Szell Beethoven Number 9 double album from Colombia and Sweden. Mega rare, which must be because there were 69 people bidding on it. $7,761,
Oh
Good
boy.
Lord.
And with that,
which seems like a lot, except Motley Crue was number 1 at
Yeah, I can
33,000.
understand that. A lot of
And-
all people.
and with that, Howard.
I guess we need to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back, and we're on what number now?
Well, you said we couldn't get through, but we're on number 9,
Boy,
Howard.
you've really been hustling to get. You proved me wrong. I just can't.
That's what we do, Howard.
I know.
Have you noticed that Lawrence Motors, the young girls,
They've
I
gr-
remember when they were little bitty, now they're almost grown up.
They're growing,
Yeah.
They grew up on the radio, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did.
Yeah, they're cute
Uh,
though. The commercials are really good for them
Yeah.
Okay.
because of those little girls.
Oh, yeah, those girls.
They
They're
sold
good.
a lot of cars.
Yep.
Okay, so we're at postage stamps, and Ronnie, you've pulled up. What do you got?
I have one that just says vintage postage stamps here, and it's a lot. I pulled it up, but it just says slightly over $2,700 face value in United States postage stamps, which means what the stamps would be worth, you know.
If you stuck them on a letter.
Right.
Yeah.
But they brought $1,800.
I've got a what has to be an estate sale. A lot of 15 white Ace albums containing a U.S. commemorative stamp collection. So these are 15 albums full.
Ooh.
There was the asking price was right at $8,000 that they got. So
Good Lord.
that sounds like somebody getting rid of somebody's collection.
Yeah. Somebody
Not getting rid of mine.
moved on,
There
and
you
they
go.
don't, the family doesn't want them. Hey, you remember back in the day when you
He's
bought-
stalling.
when you
Yeah,
bought
he's stalling.
when you-
He's stalling.
When he said, hey, that's what I thought.
when you bought those comic books, and in the back they had some advertisements, and you could get for like $1 a whole big bag of stamps. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah,
And you don't see that
Those
anymore.
have probably ended up being better investments than you
No,
expected.
they're
Yeah,
all
they're-
they're all on eBay now.
They're all on.
Hey,
yeah.
listen.
Okay.
Don't you guys let him do you like that. You show him you can get the
All right.
number 10.
No,
I've
no.
got a-
When this thing hits 9:55, we're jumping to 10 one way or another.
All right.
I'm
I've
gonna
got
turn you off.
Okay.
Scott National Postage Stamp album from 1845 to 1900. Over 1,800 stamps. They were asking $4,500, and they got about $2,000 off of it. So,
We got a call coming in. You.
Hey, listen,
no
I
calls.
got
No calls.
2,000 forever stamps. 2015, the vintage rose stamps, $1,188.
All right, let's take that call real quick.
Real quick. You're on Let's Talk
Oh, I thought
Antiques.
he was kidding.
Yes, I was wondering, how do you tell the value of the old records, and do you know anybody that works on jukeboxes?
Hey,
And also, remember the Bazooka bubble gum used to have little advertisements in them. You know, you could order stuff,
yeah,
Yeah.
so many wrappers and all.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Um,
Who works on jukeboxes?
that,
first?
There's
hey,
a guy in town.
The big thing about the jukeboxes
Yeah.
is you got to have access to parts.
We had somebody on the Living Show like 5 years ago who brought in about 5 beautiful jukeboxes that he had restored, and I have no idea who that
What
was
about the
nowadays.
jukebox man that used to be up there in Deckard?
no. The two people that I knew, one was in Deckard that Ronnie's talking about, and one was in Watertown. The one in Deckard moved off to Mississippi,
Okay, I was
and,
going to say I thought it was Deckard where
Yeah.
he lived. So.
and then
That's probably it.
the other one had a heart attack and died. So I'm sure if you Google jukebox repair in Nashville, there is somebody that still works on them.
Yeah, there has to be.
Okay.
And the
And as far as the price of the records, that is something that you just have to do research on. Like you can take your record, and it's all about condition too. You can take your records and go to eBay and do completed auctions, and you can see what your record is selling for.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your help.
All righty.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call.
Okay.
Number-
On that note, I've got a vintage rare Aladdin. Now, this is Disney stuff. We're swapping.
Oh, wait, are we on number 10,
We're on
Ronnie?
number 10. We're
Oh,
going to
wait,
Disney.
how'd
it
that
is a
happen?
two-part though. It's got Disney and McDonald's.
Now, this is 1993 VHS, $3,060.
All right. What have you got on McDonald's? Because we got to make sure we do the whole
We got to
deal
cover
here.
all our bases.
Okay, I've got McDonald's 1999 6.6 or 6 foot 6 inch toy car rug carpet, rare and hard to find. Oh, this is a carpet from the place. They wanted $1,100 and took a best offer that was somewhere close to that.
Now that we've completed, Howard, we'll just go ahead and give you a few more of these.
Yeah.
Like McDonald's and like Disney.
I've
Ronnie.
got vintage Disney Black Diamond VHS tapes. Now, this is 13 Disney movies on VHS.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy was asking $10,000 for them and took something better than $2,750.
So Disney
$2,700.
Disney VHS movies
Yeah.
may be worth
13 of them brought north of $2,737.
Wow.
What about that?
The trick is finding a player so you can watch it.
Now you've got grandkids that's probably, if you talk to your
Oh.
daughter-in-law, she might give you a few Disney
Well, not if she
VHS.
finds out how much you're worth.
Hey, if you get out and hustle, you can probably find them for about $1 a piece somewhere.
You can go to Goodwill and buy a whole bunch of
Well,
them.
and another thing you can do, Howard, you know there's a show called Swap and Shop.
I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
You could
They have
probably
stuff like
advertise
that.
on that.
Yeah. Wanted.
I buy Disney movie VHS
What do you got,
tapes.
Philip?
I've got a 40 complete card set of McDonald's Happy Meals legendary Pokemon series that they did. $880 was the buy it now on that. 1990 Happy Meal McDino changeable transformer, 100 sets, $550.
So if I run down to McDonald's right now and buy a Happy Meal and save it for 20 years,
You got to wait for something special though.
Yeah, wait for like when a movie comes out or
Yeah,
something.
it's got to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, that's another thing here that Ronnie had on here.
How to spot collectors. Where's that one? How to spot future collectibles.
Yeah, and
There you go.
how to spot future collectibles, and it says popular films and TV shows. Watch for mistakes. Is that what that says?
Yeah, errors
Mistakes.
and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
The
where they
items.
misspell a word. or
And
something.
limited runs.
Limited runs.
I don't hardly like that limited run stuff because what's the definition of limited runs? If you're running 1 million and you only run 500,000, is that limited?
That's limited, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
See?
you know, but now, you know, like a lot of that Franklin Mint stuff, a lot of that stuff's not worth anything. now.
Yeah.
No, because they limited, but it's 20
They,
million.
they said, yeah, for that
They
reason.
could have run 100 million, but they only ran 20 million.
Yeah.
And pay attention to current events.
Yeah.
You know, president gets shot.
Oh,
John
yeah.
JFK stuff,
So
you know.
yeah, anything with JFK or
Lincoln stuff, you know.
Lincoln.
But Well, when it comes to newspapers, the value is really hard for it to go up because think about, when JFK got assassinated.
Yeah.
How many newspaper companies printed that? You know,
Every one of them.
yeah.
And a lot of people
And
say
how
that.
many
I know.
was there?
Yeah.
How many newspapers in America? But if you took like the Dallas papers,
Yes,
then you might
right
have
there.
a little bit better deal.
Right there where it happened.
Well, we need to start thinking about wrapping up. We're running out of
Okay,
time.
I have an original Big Bad Wolf, Three Little Pigs, 1934 Ingersoll watch, $2,000, one bit.
Well, you got
Wow.
I would say I just wanted to throw in that this weekend I went to Indianapolis and saw Nick Mason, who was the original drummer for Pink Floyd. And because of David in the show, I Googled beforehand to see if he was signing autographs on this tour. And sure enough, he was. So I hung out with a couple of my friends after the show, and I had a vintage poster, and each of them had an album that we all got signed by Nick Mason. So the day after, one of the people there was a friend of mine's son. So I looked it up in the morning to show him that the minimum that album was worth now was $100, and not to leave it sitting out and,
Yes.
and
Right.
destroy
Okay,
it,
now, Philip,
seal it and put it away.
you've had us all drooling. Jerk it out and show it.
Okay, I'll show it.
He brought it in just,
He can
just
do
to get
that
us all
when he-
drooling.
He
I'll
can do
tag
that
a
when he's
picture.
editing.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
tag a picture on Facebook of it so you can see it. But
There
it's
you
a, it's a
go.
vintage
Hey, yeah,
Floyd
send it
poster
to
with
me
him signing
on
it.
Facebook.
Okay, now don't we have a little spiel we need to...
Yeah, don't
We need-
forget to
we need
watch
to
us and
repeat.
listen to us
you
and
better hurry
share
up
us.
and do all that.
Okay, we're on Thunder Radio, and we're on tonight on Charter Channel 193. We're on every day on LightTube Channel 6.
1:30.
And don't forget to watch, like us, and share us on Facebook and YouTube.
Right.
And subscribe.
And
to
I
our
guess-
YouTube
Oh yeah,
channel.
true. Yeah.
And with a little bit of luck, we'll be back next week.
And I'll tell you something too, Howard, before we take off. If anybody's got anything that that relates to antiques or old, you can always put it on my Facebook. I enjoy that kind of stuff, and share it with me.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you. Take care. Be back next week. Bye-bye.